Hello my friends, this is Einstein aka Open Source Code Gangster. This is my first tutorial as I'm going to teach you the Proteus Design software. So Proteus is a design software that you use for both schematic design and PCB design. But mostly a lot of people like using Proteus for simulations, as it is one of the best of offline circuit simulations. So I'm going to demonstrate how you move around the Proteus interface, how you get to access your creating a new file, just finding your way around the Proteus interface. So I'm going to click on my Proteus interface. So I'm using Proteus 8. This is Proteus 8 card connected. So as you can see, this is Proteus Design Suite 8. So from the very first where you open the Proteus, you see a lot of things. You have the getting started, you have the schematic capture. This is a book tutorial for those who will enjoy reading. You can go on the overview, introduction, overview. You can understand how to create a new project. They have the step-by-step. You can understand the guided tour on how you exit all the windows, how they are labeled. This is the overview window. This is the editing window. This is the object selector. So on these books, you have everything that you have. If you want to creating a PCB, they explain detailed package considerations and everything. So for those who want to learn by reading, and also if you want to simulate, there's a book here showing you how to simulate everything with a step-by-step simulation. They also have test simulations for using the Proteus software. So if you're using a full version, like I would encourage a lot of people to have a full version, you'll be able to download updates as well from the Lab Center guys. Now they're on Proteus 8.10 Service Pack 3, which was released in May 2020. You can download and you can update. So yeah, this is the basic user interface. So I'm going to demonstrate how to create a new project. So you go and click on new project. You let the system process. Then you get to this. Then you name the name of your project. For this project, I'm going to type first project. So behind the path, this is where you outline where you want to save your project. So for this project, I've created my own folder in one of my drives where I save my project or my tutorial project for this one. So I'm going to put it here. So this is this is where I'm going. So I select this folder. So as you can see, it has changed the path to the place I had allocated to. So this is a new project. This is the name of the project. So I click on next. So here you choose which kind of project you want to have. Do you want to have a schematic project and what type of schematic? But as we are starters, we're just using the default schematic. So create a schematic from a selected template and it's default. Then you click on next. We are not yet on PCB layout, so we do not create PCB. But if you wanted to create PCB layout, you would have selected create PCB layout from selected template. Then you click on default. But we are still starting out, so we just do not create this one. And also we are not simulating anything, and we are not writing any C programs or assembly program, so you don't select any firmware. But if you are writing or wanting to write your Arduino code, your C code, you go on create the firmware. Then you select the IC that you're going to use. If you're using Arduino, you select your Arduino. Then you go on the controller, the Uno, Leonardo, the Mega, the Nano. But for us, we're not going to be writing any code in this tutorial. So I'm going to create a no firmware project. Then I click on next. So now as you can see, it will check the file that you're going to operate or what you're going to create. So I'm going to create the schematic only. So it's got no PCB layout selected and no firmware object selected. So I'm going to click on finish. So now it's loading and processing the new interface. As you can see, this is the Proteus interface. So on the top side, you have your file, edit, view, tool. This is any other software. On the file, you can create a new project. You can open an old project. You can open a sample project. You can import any of your old projects, or you can save this project. If you have made any changes, you can save. They also have shortkeys like the Control S for saving. This is the same for the Microsoft Word, and they also have the Control O for opening and Control N for new. These are shortkeys. So from on your left hand side, I'm going to explain. This is the selection mode. This is how you select the screen. If you have clicked on selection mode, if you have anything on the screen, you can select on the screen like this. So this is your component mode. This is how you get to where you can place your components on this area. So I'm going to show you so that it's easier for you to understand when I'm explaining. So this is, you go on P and you can place. So I'm just going to place one component. I'm going to type resistor. As you know, it is an electronic component. So all these resistors are here, but I'm just going to select this one. I chose any resistor without any special criteria. So to select, to put the resistor on this part of the devices, I double click. As you can see, the resistor is now here, and I click OK. So if I want to place the resistor, I go on component mode, then I select the resistor, then I select where I want to place it. But you click once. When you click once, it means you have autonomy over the resistor. You can move the cursor with the resistor. When you get to where you want to place it, then you click secondly. Then now the resistor is placed on the editing workspace. So if you want to select, as I was highlighting, if you want to select the resistor, you just go and select across the resistor, or you can double click on or you can select it once on the resistor. If you want to edit any information on this specific component, you double click. As you can see, you have the edit. You can change the part reference. You can change the resistance of the resistor. If it's like 300 ohms, you can just type 300, then you type OK. As you can see, it has already changed. If you want to zoom in, from me, I'm using a scroll button from the mouse, so I zoomed in. But if you're not using a scroll button, you go on the top menu, then you click on zoom. If you want to zoom out, if you want the Proteus to automatically adjust your workspace, you click on this button, zoom to view entire sheet. So it will enable you to view the area covered by the blue box. So as I go down, as I was explaining, this is where you sub-circuit mode. You can add your inputs, you can outputs, your power. You can get your signals. If you want to get a DC signal, a sine wave, a pulse wave, if you want to generate any signal, you can get it from S. If you want to add any probe, if you want to measure voltage, you just go here with this one, then you go and you click on the resistor. So this probe will measure the voltage if it's in a circuit, and it will display like right here. When if it's a simulation, and once the simulation is running, it will display the voltage using the probes. So you have a lot of equipment. If you want to simulate, you click on this one. This is the instrument section. So you have an oscilloscope, you have a logic analyzer, the counters, AC, DC meters. If you want to place an instrument onto the work area, just go and click on oscilloscope, and you go on the menu. Like you place a component, then you double click, and it's on the screen. And if you want to edit it, you click on any area that you want to click on it. So these are the entire tools that you can use on the left hand side. So on the top menu, as I demonstrated, there is zoom in, zoom out. Then you can zoom to an area. So I want to zoom like only the oscilloscope, so I select on this one, then I go and I select the area around the oscilloscope, then I leave it. Then now I have zoomed only around the oscilloscope, and I want to zoom out to the original page, so I click on this one, then I zoom to fit the entire screen. So if you want to select or change the size of the sheet, so this is an A4 sheet. If your circuit is bigger, you can go to system, then set sheet sizes, then you can select on A3. You can check the difference. I press OK. You cannot see the border now, so I go and I select on zoom to view entire sheet. You can see that my components are now smaller. This is a bigger sheet, which means it can accommodate a bigger circuit. So if I want to simulate, I go down to this play button, like in the movie, or using a VLC media player. You run simulation. If you want to run your simulation, you click like this, then the simulation will be running. And this is an oscilloscope. As you can see, I placed an oscilloscope. As I haven't connected it to any signal, so there is no graphs. But if they had connected it to some signals, as you're going to see in my future tutorials, you're going to see that they're going to be displaying some graphs here. As you can see, as I was explaining on the resistor, as you can see, it's saying V is equal to 0, because this probe measures voltage. If there was a voltage across this resistor, you're going to see something which is not equal to 0. As you can see, this is the animation. It tells me how many seconds my simulation has been running. So for now, it's been running for about 12 seconds and going. So this is the CPU load that the simulation is putting on my computer. So if you want to pause the simulation, I just click on this button. As you can see, it's paused it on 18 seconds. If you want to stop the entire simulation, I click on this button. It has stopped the entire simulation. If I want to, as you can see, yes. If I want to pause as well, I can use this one as well. So pause, and if I want to play and continue the simulation, I can just click here, and it can continue. So thank you for watching my tutorial. If you have any questions or any recommendations on how I can improve this video or in other videos that I'm going to post, please don't hesitate, comment below or contact me, and we can work together, as this is a hobby and I'm a circuit designer. Thank you very much. This is Einstein as I sign out.